I love you with my heart, with my soul, with every fibre of my entire being. Together we really can make this world a much more harmonious place. How are you feeling today, beautiful soul? So I wanted to share with you the 5 greatest tips to help you on your spiritual journey. The reason that I'm making this video is because I've had a number of conversations recently with different people, different clients, and we've been speaking, or people have been sharing with me their views on how they feel like they're isolated. And what I refer it to is no man's land. When you go on this spiritual journey, regardless of whether you've just started or whether you're way down deep, this is important information for you. When you start your spiritual journey, you enter into a phase of no man's land. And how long you're in no man's land is different for every single human being. No man's land is when you start to move away from the people, the places, the circumstances, the environment that you've known all of your life, until the point when something goes off inside of your mind, inside of your heart, the alarm bell goes, whatever it is, and you get this kind of like wake-up signal. Life seems a little bit different, or you realise there's something more, or you just, you have this kind of altered perception of reality when you start to shift and you enter this different space. And when you enter this different space, the people that you were speaking to, talking to, friends with, in families with, working with, the places that you go and eat, the environment itself that you've known all of your life, it stays the same. But you're shifting. So to start with, you might be in this same environment, but on a slightly different vibration with a slightly altered perspective. And it can seem a little bit weird, it can seem a little bit different. And the deeper you go into this space, quite often, the more you feel isolated. And it's not nice for some people. I refer to it as no man's land. Because you're in no man's land, you don't know where you're coming or going. You're moving away from the space that you're moving away from, but you don't really know where you're moving towards. And you go deeper and deeper into no man's land, and then suddenly you start to see other people that are on the similar wavelength to you. And you start to see that they have friends and family or whoever it is that are on similar wavelengths and frequencies to them, and you start to get a glimmer of hope, like someone on a ship that's been capsized and they're floating around in the water, and then suddenly they see a desert island. They get some hope, they feel that they might be saved, that there's a chance that soon this might be over. This spiritual journey is slightly similar. You get capsized, you get tipped out of your own personal space because you realise that it isn't all that it was cracked up to be. It's different from what you were taught, etc., etc., and you move away from it. You leave the ship, you move into no man's land, you float around in the water for ages, wondering where the hell you are, because everybody else that got capsized on the ship or that was in your present environment or your old environment, they're looking at you thinking, man, what's happened to this guy? What's happened to this girl? He's gone crazy, she's gone nuts. Should we call the doctor? They're acting really weird. They've started to meditate. They've started to meditate. We better call the doctor. They've started to eat leaves. They've started to exercise more. They're sun gazing. We better call the psychiatrist because people just don't understand it, because your vibration's shifted, you've moved into this other space. And you're in this no man's land for a little while, and you don't really know where it is that you're going, so you kind of feel just as lost as they think you're strange. But that's okay. This is part of the process. So I wanted to share with you 5 tips today that you can use to get through no man's land, get away from the place that you were and into the space that you want to be really, really quickly. Now, I'm not saying that when you get to this new place it's going to be easy, because that's often just the start of the journey. But once you get there, you start to feel a new environment and you start to put your feet onto more solid ground. And you have a new foundation and a platform to work from, so it can be a little bit more reassuring, and you might feel a bit more comfortable instead of bobbing around in the empty ocean waiting to see that island. So the first tip is follow your heart. Very simple. Your heart is your life compass. Follow it. It's going to lead you to where you need to be. It's going to lead you onto the right vibration. It's going to lead you away from the naysayers and the people that think you're strange, and it's going to lead you into the space that you need to be. You don't have to know where that is, but if you follow your heart, trust in the universe, I guarantee that it will take you to where you want to be, where you need to be, where you're supposed to be. You just have to follow this. Don't think too much. Thinking can be dangerous. Thinking will get you to go back to where your ego thinks you should be, because your ego doesn't like to change its identity. So when you move into no man's land, your thoughts kick off and they're like, well, maybe those people are right. Maybe meditation is a little bit strange. Maybe eating green leaves and green juices instead of a beef steak and french fries and tomato ketchup down McDonald's or whatever it is a little bit strange. Maybe we should go back to our burgers and our ketchup and our french fries and our beef. Maybe we should go back to sitting on the couch and watching TV. Your ego will try and get you to stay in the safe place, or what it thinks or deems as safe. But really and truthfully, it's probably the most dangerous place on the planet. Being in the unknown, in the bobbing water, that's where you really want to be. Moving into new waters and new territories where you can grow and flourish as a human being. So follow this, don't listen to this, and it will take you into the right space. Number 2, judgment. Don't judge yourself, don't judge others, and don't allow other people's opinions of you to become your reality. Don't let them put their judgments onto you and to you to soak it all up. It's really important. When you're moving through this space, your ego's going to kick in and you're going to start to have self-judgments taking place in your reality, in your space, in your consciousness, in your head, in your mind. Don't listen to it. Other people are going to tell you this and that you're crazy, that what you're doing is mental, that you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be doing that. They're going to try and rein you back in because it makes them unsafe for you to step outside of the comfort zone, because you are part of their comfort zone and they don't want their comfort zone to change. So by you changing, you're changing their environment, and people don't like it. So they're going to judge. Ignore it. Don't allow their opinions to become your reality. And also don't judge them for judging you. Just completely accept them for who they are, allow them to judge you, and keep following your heart. Keep doing number 1. Keep moving in the direction of your dreams, in the direction of your heart, on this frequency of unconditional love. That is what is really important, my friend. Number 3, be still and observe when necessary. So when you're bobbing around in the water, you get opportunities coming into your space because you're kind of, in a way, slightly vulnerable, because you don't know where you're going to, you know where you've come from, you're feeling a little bit vulnerable, and opportunities, people, things, circumstances might come into your space to test you, to challenge you, to try and suck you in this direction or that direction. Not all directions are meant for you. Not all of them. So what you've got to do is you've got to be still. You've got to sit down, you've got to relax, you've got to breathe, you've got to observe the situation and feel it. Don't think about it, but feel it. And carry on feeling it. And carry on feeling it. And you feel it until you get to the space where you know which way you should go. You know who to say no to and who to say yes to. This is very important. Be still, be curious. Explore these situations without getting involved in them. Explore them by feeling them, by being curious about them. Energetically, feel their vibration. Does it feel like the kind of space you want to move into? Yes? No? Okay, I'm going to say yes and no to this. You've got to decide. You're the boss, you make the decisions. This is your life, your reality. You're co-creating every single second of every single day. So if it doesn't feel right, stop. Observe. Be curious. Be still. And then move forward when it feels like you should move forwards. Feel, feel, feel. Number 4, explore. When you move into unknown territory, you're going to find yourself in different places, getting involved in different things. And as I said in tip number 3, you've got to be still and you've got to observe. You can be a little bit curious. But tip number 4, is to explore certain avenues. because you've got to go into certain avenues to realize that those avenues aren't for you. But you go into them carefully. You go into them, you explore them, you have a look around, but you do it from an observational standpoint. You don't go in all guns blazing, you know, like a bull in a china shop. You go in steadily, you observe, you explore the situation, the circumstance, the group of people, the idea, whatever it is. And you feel it again. You always come back to your heart and you always feel. You feel the vibration. And then you decide, is this for you? Become a master explorer. Enjoy the exploratory journey that this newfound level of awareness is going to take you on. Because it's going to blow your mind, it's going to blow your heart wide open. And there's going to be so many things that teach you and help you remember the truth about who you are as a human being, as a spiritual being having a human experience. You've got to explore. You've got to be courageous and explore. But explore with discernment and explore with stillness and from an observational standpoint. Really, really important. Tip number 5, take action. As you're moving forwards into these new spaces, these new waters, bobbing around, there could be several islands. How do you know which island you're supposed to go to? You might go towards one and the vibration might not feel right. You might bob towards the second island, the vibration might not feel right. You might swim towards the third island and you get real close, but nah, the vibration's not right. But when you feel the vibration of the right island, the island that you know you should go towards because the rest of your brothers and sisters from all over the galaxy are there, that is when you take massive action and you swim towards that island fast. You move towards that island, you open your heart, and you get on top of it because all the way the vibration is yes, 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 yes. This feels real good. So you swim towards that island, you go up the beach, you meet your brothers and sisters, and you find your new home. And that is when your spiritual journey really starts, because you're in a newfound space with a new platform, with a new group of brothers and sisters, which are really old brothers and sisters that you've reunited with from all over the galaxy on this small little island. This is where the magic happens. This is where the journey starts. These 5 steps are going to take you to the start of your journey. It's okay to be in no man's land. I know what it feels like. We all drift in and out of no man's land from time to time, me included, and it's okay. We're all the same. Life always tries to pull us in different directions, but just know your heart will always guide you right. Just follow it, my friends. Trust yourself. Trust who you are. Know your power. Follow these 5 tips. Navigate your way through no man's land. Move away from your old space and into your new space on your newfound vibration, and love this incredible life. You are amazing. You really, truly are. I love you so much. I love you unconditionally. From the bottom of my heart, with my soul, with every fibre of my entire being. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel now. If you're watching it on Facebook, please like it and share it. Share these videos with your friends, with your family, with your loved ones. Together we really can make this world a much more harmonious place. Teamwork is the key. Tribe work is the key. If you want to know more about what we do with Star Magic, go to www.starmagichealing.com. We've got loads of powerful ascension tools to help you through this maze of a journey, this incredible kaleidoscope of a magical experience. Check out our website, starmagichealing.com. I love you. I will see you again very, very soon. One love, one heart, one human family.